We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. A major announcement from two of the state's top prosecutors, how they're joining forces to push for new crime laws. And their daughter was murdered 4 years ago. Now they're pushing for change so other families don't have to feel their pain. Coming up, their demand for change in Annapolis. And one Baltimore community is saying enough is enough, how they're taking action to try to save their neighborhood. Ahead. Fox 45 News. Excuse me. Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news this morning. Right now, two of Maryland's top prosecutors are addressing the state's juvenile crime crisis. Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates and Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy announcing new crime-fighting bills that they're supporting in the upcoming legislative session in Annapolis. Let's take a listen.
To pass a bill that would create for the very first time a felony domestic abuse registry. You know, I recently sentenced an individual who committed a felony domestic violence to 18 years in prison. What his victim wants more than anything is for no one else to go through what she went through. And she wants others to be on notice about his violence and what he did to her. And I think it's important that we arm our residents, everyone, men and women, with knowledge about who they may be getting involved with and violent incidents associated with that individual, so that they can make an informed decision on whether or not they want to have a relationship with that person. Domestic violence is still a very serious issue here in the state of Maryland. During COVID, the pandemic, we saw domestic violence petitions rise. We also see a number of cases involving domestic violence in our courtrooms. And so what we know is that individuals in our state have a right to be protected, especially when they're in intimate relationships or familial relationships. And so we are working to pass a bill that would put them on notice of who they're dealing with, and we think that's fair. In addition to that, what we've heard from our victim community and from our funeral home community is that it's very difficult to access funds to bury their loved ones who are victims of homicides. Being a victim of a homicide, or the families who have to deal with the grief of having lost someone, it's the most devastating time in their lives. And it's one that they're not prepared for. No one's prepared to be killed. And their families certainly aren't prepared for the financial burden.
Well, you're listening right now to Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy talking about bills and legislation that they are going to support in the upcoming session next January. You can find more on the policy changes they'd like to make. That's all coming up on Fox 45 News at 4, and you can find it anytime on our website, foxbaltimore.com. Now, Bates and Braveboy are just two of more than a dozen top prosecutors across Maryland calling for changes to the juvenile justice system. They say current laws leave their hands tied and allow young people to act without fear of consequences.
Some of our laws that have been passed recently do make it a little more challenging for us to hold them accountable, and that's sort of playing a role in some of the issues we're seeing at the moment.
We can only hope that they'll not listen to just folks like me or my 23 colleagues across the state, or the chief prosecutors in our counties, but hopefully they'll listen to their citizens, because their citizens are saying the exact same thing. Enough's enough.
Now, one Harford County family is speaking out 4 years after they say a teenager killed their daughter. Olivia Dance brings us the message from the victim's parents to lawmakers.
Although the current juvenile laws were not in effect when their daughter was killed, the Fosters want to see change so that other families don't have to feel their pain.
Then he walked over to my daughter, who was on her knees crying and executed her, putting bullets in her head. That's what happened.
We have to find a way, all of us, to work together to reform these laws, because if we don't, what we're seeing now, it's out of control.
Rob and Helena Foster are left holding on to memories and photos of their daughter, Brittany. Brittany and her friend Julie and Rosalie were killed in July 2019 after being robbed in Baltimore City. The shooter at the time, then 17-year-old Charles Anderson, charged as an adult, but that wasn't Anderson's first violent crime.
When he was 17 years old, he committed a crime when he was 16, but then he was arrested for armed robbery, assault, gun charges when he was 17. And then a couple days later, the judge, Judge Bloomquist, let him out on a $100,000 unsecured bond without any conditions.
At Anderson's sentencing this past Friday, his attorney claimed at the time of the murder, his client didn't know what he was doing because of his age. DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi says a person should not be exposed to the prison system before the age of 25. Ultimately, Anderson was given 2 life sentences. And although their daughter's murder happened before the current juvenile laws took effect, they say the laws are opening the door for crime like this to happen more often, and they want to close the book on the current juvenile justice laws. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Fox 45 News is hosting our own town hall on public safety next week. We invite you to join us. Baltimore City Councilman Eric Costello and mayoral candidate Sheila Dixon will be on our panel. It takes place Wednesday, December 20th at 7 p.m. at Leadenhall Baptist Church. Happening today, the Maryland Public Service Commission is set to issue its order on BGE's proposed multi-year plan with Baltimore City. If that deal is approved, it would raise residents' utility rates by 5% each year over the next 3 years. Council members Zeke Cohen and Antonio Glover are urging the Maryland Public Service Commission to vote no.
The multi-year rate plan, if approved, is a blank check from ratepayers to BGE to wreck our planet.
BG&E wants to raise the rate increase on the very same people that helps makes Baltimore thrive.
According to BGE, the average gas and electric customers' monthly bills will increase by an average of $10.36 during the 3-year proposal. In the filings, BGE outlined several areas it planned to invest in, including boosting energy infrastructure and replacing outdated technology. The deal consists of hundreds of projects, including BGE's controversial conduit plan. BGE says a recently released memo claims that customers will benefit from the deal. That memo was about whether BGE could capitalize certain investments in the conduit system. The PSC can accept the rate case, they can reject it, or they can scale it back. But if approved, the rate increases would take effect on January 1st of 2024. The full 11-page memo can be found at foxbaltimore.com. We will also follow today's vote and bring you updates on air and online. Typically, kids are the ones getting the most gifts at Christmas, but should they also be expected to give them? Coming up, what some parenting experts are saying about that idea. And Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green is suspended. His on-court behavior that got him sidelined. Apple is making changes to its security features. The new privacy policy the company is rolling out.
And I'm Wyatt Everhart, looking at a mostly sunny day today. Temperatures climbing into the 40s. We'll talk about when we may hit the 50s around here straight ahead.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 now, and taking a look at your social stream. The NBA is suspending Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green. It comes less than 24 hours after Green received a flagrant foul and ejection for hitting Phoenix Suns center Yusuf Nurkic. Now, in announcing the suspension, the NBA also noted Green's repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts. The 33-year-old has been ejected 18 times throughout his professional career. That's the most among active players in the NBA. Here's what you're saying about it. Jesse says Draymond Green is a powerhouse on the court, and his absence will be deeply felt. However, discipline is important. I trust the NBA's decision is in the best interest of fairness and sportsmanship. Another one says, gasp, not sure what to think. Apple says it will start requiring law enforcement to first get a warrant before requesting user data. According to the company's newly updated guidelines, that includes a user's Apple ID and their push notification records. Previously, Apple allowed authorities to obtain such information through subpoenas, which law enforcement and government agencies can issue without a judge. A lot of reaction about this one. Someone saying, so they did it before without a warrant? Another person echoing that somehow this announcement made it worse. They were admitting to doing this behavior behind our back, all the while claiming they have our back and wouldn't compromise on our privacy. Thinking about all their privacy promises makes me want to puke. Regulators in Washington want to make it easier for you to switch TV providers. The Federal Communications Commission is proposing new restrictions on fees imposed on subscribers who want to change service providers. The proposal would also allow partial refunds for subscribers who cancel mid-month. It is part of President Biden's executive order from 2021 that directs the federal government to find ways to boost competition and eliminate so-called junk fees. Reaction, excellent step. Must the rest of the world follow it? Consumer rights should be first. And this is the least of America's problems, is what somebody else weighed in. Still ahead, Amazon is letting you tip your driver, and it comes at no cost to you. Coming up, we're going to detail the holiday feature that the company is bringing back for a second year. But first, a Baltimore neighborhood is raising concerns about the impact of juvenile crime, the action they're trying to take to create change. 11:13, you're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. We are back with a live look over the Inner Harbor. The sun will be out today, but it's not going to warm things up as much as we saw yesterday. Coming up, a sneak peek of your weekend forecast, which should be nice. That's ahead. 11:15 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one. The Brewers Hill Neighborhood Association is sending a letter to lawmakers calling for change to the state's juvenile justice laws. It comes amid a rise in juvenile crime in that community. The letter calls for more transparency around the juvenile home monitoring system and changes to restrictions on police interrogation of juveniles. Lawmakers have not yet responded to the letter. Trending number 2, the light rail system remains shut down. The agency says there is still no timeline on when the light rail will be up and running again. The service was suspended last week. Officials say a fire earlier this year damaged many of its cars, and they all need to be serviced. You can download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Turning now to the latest out of the Middle East, Israel's prime minister is vowing to press ahead with its offensive in Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will fight until the end to defeat Hamas. Netanyahu says international pressure will not stop Israel despite rising criticism of the civilian death toll. This comes after President Biden on Tuesday criticized what he described as Israel's indiscriminate bombing in Gaza. President Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, is heading to Israel as the war in Gaza continues. Sullivan is set to hold meetings with top Israeli officials through today and tomorrow. White House officials say Sullivan will discuss the hostage situation and Israel's efforts to reduce harm to civilians in Gaza. A health alert for you now. Emergency room visits for COVID-19, flu, and RSV collectively reached their highest levels in the U.S. since February. Among the 3 viruses, COVID continues to be the biggest driver of hospitalizations. Health officials are urging people to get vaccinated. Pickleball paddle might be the best medicine for the elderly. New research suggests the popular sport can be beneficial for seniors' mental health. Nearly 70% of older adults reported reduced stress and anxiety after playing the sport. Half the seniors said they valued the sense of community that comes with pickleball. Very nice. Well, coming up tonight on Fox 45 News at 4, 2 of Maryland's top prosecutors are saying enough is enough when it comes to juvenile crime. Their new plan to help curb the violence. Then at 5, a Baltimore County Jewish center vandalized, the latest crime in the growing number of anti-Semitic incidents here in Maryland. And at 6, rate hikes that could impact your gas and electric bill. They're being voted on today. The controversy surrounding the increase and why prices are going up. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. You can tip your Amazon delivery driver for free during the holiday season. The shipping company says it will give drivers a $5 tip for every thank you they receive from customers in the U.S. All you have to do is tell your Alexa device, Alexa, thank my driver. Amazon will give drivers a $5 tip for the first 2 million thank you sent. Program is back after its launch last year. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. What do you think about this giving your driver a tip?
I mean, I'm not cheap, but I don't know. I don't think I signed up for that.
But it doesn't come out of your pocket. Amazon is paying it.
Oh, so they pay him, you just say tip my driver?
You say tip my driver, and then Amazon, up to the first 2 million people who do that, they will tip those 2 million drivers.
It sounds, something smells.
It's, it's all publicity for Amazon.
I was going to say, because why wouldn't you tip them anyway? That's right, give them that $5 anyway.
Right, so yeah, like Amazon, just give them a holiday bonus. But I'm all for it. I mean, that they show up, listen, they show up in my house every other day, seems like.
I sounded kind of gritchy, didn't I? Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'm usually a nice guy, but
look, you're just coming off being sick. Let
me tell you,
back to yourself.
My bank account is beat up, Patrice. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelmed.
That too. It's the holidays. I think everybody's is.
I've turned into my mother, my late mother. No, the answer to everything was no.
Well, it's a nice idea. I don't know how much it really is going to impact those individual drivers. Like, are they going to walk away with significant money? I don't know.
Amazon, they playing us. You trying to pimp us again.
All right, Mark. Go back to resting. All right, it's time now for your wild and wonderful weather. We've got meteorologist Wyatt Everhart.
Hey everyone, time for a check your weather. And let's start off with something wild and wonderful, shall we? Looking at X here, you can see this is a blue-bearded beater bird perched on a bamboo tree. beautiful shot here with the mist behind it. Just a gorgeous picture. And boy, we sure have to love nature around here, don't we? It looked a little tropical there in the photo as well. We don't have that in Maryland today. Quite the opposite. A cold day. Starting off in the low 40s, climbing to the upper 40s this afternoon. We will have a lot of sunshine, though. So visually, I will say we do have a pretty looking day on the way for us. Sunglasses is a good idea. Just light breezes today, so not the blustery conditions we had around here on Wednesday, so that's something of an improvement. We'll keep lots of sunshine, just a few high, thin, fair weather clouds at times. And on the for the most part, I should say, we'll keep the clear weather through the night and into the day on Friday. Widespread sunshine, really fantastic weather. The closest active weather is going to be up toward like northern Michigan and Milwaukee. So we're looking good. A bright Thursday, a milder trend setting up beginning Friday and lasting really into the bulk of the weekend. Next weather makers coming in late day Sunday. That's when we could see a chance for rain around here. But in the immediate term, it's all about dry conditions. Yes, fairly cold, but dry. Big high pressure bubble in control across the East Coast, and the breezy conditions all well offshore now. We'll be in the chill throughout the day today, along with New England, but this milder air ridging across the Mid-South, like 61 in Nashville today, that's going to edge further east tomorrow and allow for some milder temperatures around Baltimore. In fact, we're looking for probably upper 50s both Friday and Saturday, and not so bad on Sunday either, in the mid-50s. Clouds will not really increase much until the end of the weekend here. Again, that's where we have our chance for rain late Sunday into the day on Monday. Do enjoy these mild temperatures starting Friday. While we have them, it does get colder toward the middle part of next week.
Well, still ahead, sipping new holiday flavors. Coming up, the new holiday drink Starbucks is debuting. And a new group of films is being added to the National Film Registry. Ahead, a look at some of the films that made the cut. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. (11:25). Don't miss this. A cruise that lasts a whopping 3.5 years is now taking reservations. It's being offered by cruise startup Viva V Residences. The ship sets sail in May of next year for a journey around the world. It can host 924 passengers across 485 cabins, 8 decks, a wraparound promenade, and an enlarged pool. The announcement comes shortly after Life at Sea canceled their 3-year offering. The Library of Congress is announcing the latest additions to the National Film Registry, and this year the selection includes one of Hollywood's biggest action franchises, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. It was one of the 25 films chosen to be preserved for its cultural and historic importance. Other inductees include the Disney animated classic Lady and the Tramp, as well as the Oscar-winning drama 12 Years a Slave. The registry has been around since 1988. Just in time for the holiday season, Starbucks is out with a new seasonal drink. It is the Merry Mint White Mocha. The new iced drink consists of espresso with white chocolate sauce, milk, peppermint chocolate cream, cold foam, and chocolate curls. The Merry Mint White Mocha follows November's holiday drink kickoff with the iced gingerbread oat milk chai. Turn on the Nat King Cole Christmas music. Just like he sings in the Christmas classic, today is Roast Chestnuts Day. While people have been roasting chestnuts for thousands of years, it became even more popular with King Cole's 1946 The Christmas Song. The U.S. only produces about 1% of the world's chestnuts. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
And never had a chestnut, maybe this year. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Coming up, we're taking a deep dive into this year's hottest food trends, from viral hacks to delicious snacks. And we'll see what our taste buds are craving. Be More Lifestyle coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Future Think Hub President Brandon Phillips. Good morning, family.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, okay, Christmas is almost here, and kids are often the ones getting the most gifts, but should they also be giving them? There's growing debate among parent experts if kids should be expected to give gifts. Some say it teaches kindness and financial responsibility. Others say it adds too much pressure too early in life. What?
Yes.
Now, everybody is, you know, my mom used to give me money to get her gifts.
Okay, that's as it should. As she should.
Get you something strategic. Brandon, what do you think? Are these kids, you know, is it bad for kids to give gifts?
I don't think so. I think it teaches kids how to be hospitable and think more about the person that they live for rather than themselves.
Lady T, I'm curious, Lady T, what do you think?
Let me tell you something, okay? My little brothers better come through with the gifts. There was a couple times they gave me some ratchet things, and I was just like, this is not it. Don't give me no drawing, because you know you can't draw. Don't give me no stick figure drawing. Step it up, because if I'm getting you like all these name brand things, you got to step up the gifts, okay? They gave me UGG slippers. And
nice.
they stepped, when I tell you they stepped it up.
In fact, I think I seen those UGG slippers in the green room.
Okay, stop playing with me. They bought my pink Crocs too. They really stepped it up because I told them don't be trying to be slick.
Lady T. Lady T has those Crocs in there and her feet don't stink.
That's right. Hey.
We want you to tell it.
That's a Lysol.
Kids be expected to give gifts. Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, if you feel bad about turning down an invitation, you're not alone. A new study finds 77% of people will say yes to an unwanted invitation simply because they're scared of the consequences of not showing up. At the same time, though, researchers say, warning says it can lead to burnout if you're trying to go everywhere on these holiday invitations and it becomes so frequent.
That's
and what I also notice is if you don't feel that great, don't go to the party.
Don't go.
You know, whatever. Brandon, you're a man of stature, having all kind of parties. What's your take now? You don't like I will say this: everything I'm invited to, you show up at.
Oh, that's good.
Why?
You show up.
Why? Is that important to you? Why is that?
Well, I want you to come to mine too.
Okay.
Oh, that's the vibe. That's really the vibe. Yeah.
Now, Lady T, you get flued out all the time.
Stop
but do you
playing
also,
with me.
Are you the kind of person that will come? Or
So you know what's funny? I used to be the person that didn't show up. Like I was the person that'd be like, oh, where's Lady T? Why is she not here? Like I was that person. But lately, in the recent few years, I've been actually showing up to stuff. But if I'm not coming, you know I'm not coming because I won't respond.
Really?
Like I don't say no anymore.
Okay.
I just don't respond. And
If
that's
you
the easiest thing to
RSVP,
do.
is that pretty much 100%?
I don't even RSVP. I'm either coming or I'm not. I'm either coming or you're not going to get a response from me. There's no. I didn't say I was right. I just said this is the process I go through.
There's a reason. Okay, fine.
Okay, stop it. Okay, because we're going together. Okay, Mark, we're going to go there together.
Well, you know me. I will come, but I will dip out on you, though.
It's true.
I will dip out
the
quietly.
disappear king out here.
Americans were hungry this year, and it looks like a lot of us are letting our taste buds being influenced by TikTok. A new report reveals the biggest food delivery trends of the year. According to Grubhub, the TikTok trend known as the Diet Coke break took off. Workplace Diet Coke orders increased by 70%. Orders of pineapple on pizza were up 33%.
Oh, that's good.
Other popular items include iced coffee, burrito bowls, chicken quesadillas.
That's me.
A salad with a side of fries was offered more than 600,000 times.
It's cheaper too.
A salad with a side of fries.
Yes.
It's dangerous.
What is it?
It's dangerous.
It's unhealthy, right?
Don't play with it. It's a crouton. The French fries are a crouton. It's a
Brandon has
crouton.
99 Ghost Kitchens. Are people ordering more? Did you see that breakthrough this year?
I do. Like a lot of food is being ordered. I see a lot of the vegan stuff with Addison's Kitchen. But yeah, they love the unhealthy
He had to
things.
plug. You know, he had to plug it. That was a little quick plug.
Never mind, bro. Okay, Lady T, I'm not gonna bust you out, but you do be ordering now.
I do be ordering. Listen, Uber Eats has a chokehold on me. I don't know. I just feel like I'm the quesadilla queen.
Quesadilla.
I'm the quesadilla queen. What else do I get?
Are you a Diet Coke? You seem like a real Coke
I don't do
person.
Diet Coke. Like it's gotta be real Coke. It's gotta be Cokey.
That's
or
right.
else I can't do it. It's gotta be real. It's gotta have that extra spritz.
What about the salad and fries? You don't seem like a salad and fries.
No, but my mom taught me if you get a meal, like you get the meal with the fries and everything, get a salad and bring it to work so people think you're eating healthy. you eat the meal in the car, but you eat the salad at work so everybody think you're eating healthy.
Yes, all you have to do
These are unhealthy tips. Live from Lady T.
Look at the flicks of fried chicken in my car.
Oh yeah.
And know that I'm
you know how many
bad.
fries I got on the floor.
But that's over
okay.
2024.
That's okay. Is it crazy or is it smart?
Or leftovers.
It's leftovers, honestly.
Okay.
It gets a little hard in the winter.
And also, believe it or not, Brandon also he gets down in the kitchen too.
Does he really?
Okay, so
where are you gonna be?
Well, yeah, where are you gonna
Saturday?
be?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
going
gonna
on Saturday?
Saturday we have a huge give back. It's our annual Christmas giveaway, and we're gonna give away a truckload of toys, about half a ton of toys, half a ton of food, groceries. So the event starts at 12, and that's when the grocery giveaway comes.
Where is it?
So if you need groceries, it's at the old Stratford University building, 210 South Central.
Perfect.
Please come out and come. It's first come, first serve. And
All
we're gonna
right.
feed the entire community.
All right, well, thank you so much, B. Thank you so much. Lady T, we'll see you later in the
You
show.
sure will.
All right, still ahead. Entertaining doesn't have to be draining. Coming up, some easy meal ideas your guests are gonna love. And if you're gonna be cooking this holiday, you wanna grab this. Coming up, the new handy kitchen tool that will elevate your next meal. Stick around, a great show is on the way. We'll be spilling the tea also.
Uh-huh.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
And Julie Miranda is here with a special guest to demonstrate the handiest kitchen tool you will ever see. Let's see what she has for today's money-saving deal.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I am here with my friend Leshem, the founder of Getsay, and these are the most amazing kitchen products. My husband, he's a snob in the kitchen. These are sleek and chic. Tell me about them.
Look at this, Julie. Two different pillars, mandolin inside. The first pillar have double blades, so we can peel everything up and down, Julie.
Oh my
you don't
gosh.
need to move the end from the carrot. Feel the quality, Julie?
It's just beautiful.
Up and down.
Up and down.
That's it. Now look at this, Julie. Not just this. Also tomato.
No.
Soft tomato you can peel.
No.
Now look at this. Coleslaw salad, cabbage salad. Very, very, very easy. Very, very fast. Look
Where
at
have
this,
you
Julie.
been all my life?
Yes. Now look at this potato. Easy and fast. We can peel even potato.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Now the second part, the red piece, connect to here. Now it's not a pillar anymore, Julie. Now it's gonna be a mini mandolin, circle of carrot, kiwi, potatoes.
We're making chips.
Chips, you can do chips.
And can I do potato chips?
Of course, look at this.
These are so chic and they look so good.
Yes, now, even pineapple. The only peeler in the globe can peel pineapple.
Only peeler in the world.
Only one, and of course, the most important, the butternut squash.
We are rolling.
Yes.
All right, I want to tell you that these are amazing, the best tools I've ever seen. Right now, we're offering 66% off Getsay. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by King's Hawaiian.
The holiday season is upon us, and if you're hosting this year, lifestyle expert Justine Santanillo is joining us now with her tips on how to make entertaining a breeze. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Well, so what are some of your go-to entertaining tips?
Yeah, well, listen, for me at least, I want to keep things as easy as humanly possible because I want to enjoy, right? I want to be with my friends and family and have a good time. So an easy way to do that is to find items that can do double duty, right? So these are my go-to. These are the King's Hawaiian Original Hawaiian sweet rolls. So I can serve them on their own, right, in a bread bowl, but I can also use them in recipes. They have so many amazing recipes. They're soft, they're fluffy, they have just the right touch of sweetness. So they're gonna take the holiday meals and really the memories also to the next level.
Yeah, and you can get real creative with them. So you mentioned recipes. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of favorites, but I have one here that I think is great when you're entertaining, because we all know that when you're hosting, you want to have bites ready to go when your guests come over, right? Because people come over, they want to drink and they want to eat right away. So these are the ham and Swiss sliders. They're perfect because they look impressive to your guests. They're super delicious, but between you and I, they're very easy to make. You only need a few ingredients that you probably already have in your fridge, but I will say that the King's Hawaiian rolls are really the star here because they're warm, they're toasty. I mean, I said it before, but the holidays, they're just not complete without them.
Obviously, they're main character. King's Hawaiian rolls are main character rolls.
That's right, main character energy right here.
Exactly. So now they have an exciting social media giveaway coming up, right?
Yes. Okay. So super exciting and also super exclusive. So you guys want to check out the King's Hawaiian Instagram page on December 18th. Mark your calendars because they're going to be giving away some of these. These are their limited edition tree packaging. They're going to give away a few to a few lucky fans. You can see the packaging is adorable. You can use this as a centerpiece on your table. I mean, who doesn't like to win something, especially close to the holidays?
Exactly. Now, where can our viewers go for more info?
Yeah, so you guys could go to kingshawaiian.com. You could find the rolls near you. You can find the sliders recipe, and they really have so many recipe ideas.
Excellent. Well, Justine, thank you so much for joining us today. Those are great tips, and I can't wait till give me a whole new pack of King's Hawaiian rolls, girl.
I will be eating this as soon as we end this.
I love your energy. Thank you so much.
Still ahead, it's time to spill the tea. Lady T has new details about the Jonathan Majors trial. But first, Nicki Minaj out with her new album coming up. Lady T breaks down all the drama and the shots she's taking at other female rappers. What? Lady T's up next. And it's time to spill the tea this Thursday with Lady T. What's up, Lady T?
Hey, fellow tea sippers. All right, here is the tea. All right, so the queen of the barbs has returned, y'all. Nicki Minaj dropped her Pink Friday 2 album on December 8th. It went gold and broke a Spotify record, but she came out swinging, y'all. People are going crazy over her taking shots at other female rappers like Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto. But more importantly, y'all, she announced she's going on tour. The Gag City tour is going around the globe in 2024, but the best news is that Nicki is coming to Baltimore, y'all. That's all I care about, okay? April 2nd, she'll be here in Charm City. April 1st, she'll be in Washington, D.C. Nicki says she's excited to hit the road with the Barbs. Her song, Everyone, has been stuck in my head. It's all that's been playing. Oh, my goodness. Mark, have you heard any of the hit singles that she's let out?
I have not heard any of the hit singles, but this is pretty. This is a pretty big move, and I think the timing couldn't be any better.
I know, because, you know, everybody else just finished their tour. She is on it right now. Nicki Minaj, it's perfect timing for her. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think her marriage and everything else distracted everybody about who she really was.
Yeah.
It's a good option.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a good option. Okay, up next, you guys. All right, so what do you call a relationship that ends in a foot pursuit? Okay, well, actor Jonathan Majors will probably tell us about that. His domestic violence trial is heating up, y'all. So TMZ reported audio and video were released in court showing the violent confrontation in the backseat of a car between Majors and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Now, you see them arguing. There was a little bit of a scuffle, and he runs off, you know, and the ex starts chasing him. And I'm talking marathon run, y'all, not just any run, not a hop, skip, and a jump. The driver testified saying that the ex-girlfriend was the aggressor and Majors was doing nothing. Megan Good was also seen by Majors' side walking in and out of the courtroom. So I'll have more details to come about that. But Mark, it was the sprint for me, and she ran after him. Okay.
Well, the good news is they both signed a new deal with Skechers, so
they both just signed a deal with a new marathon.
They went through
coming to a city near you.
Every camera in New York saw them, too.
Oh, my God. And it was how many angles, y'all? It was the angles for me. It was crazy. But when you get a chance, go see the video. TMZ has a video. A bunch of places have been playing it. It is insane. All right, I'll have more details to come on that. But up next, as it keeps pouring. All right, so Oprah has a new favorite thing. Her portrait now hangs in the Smithsonian Natural Portrait Gallery. It was unveiled on Wednesday in Washington, D.C. In the painting, she's smiling, wearing a purple dress in her prayer garden. Now, when it was finally unveiled, she looked very surprised, even shocked, but she looked great. And the TV queen also admitted to using weight loss medication in a recent interview with People magazine, so that's hence the body, yada, yada. She said it feels like relief, redemption, like a gift after being blamed and shamed about her weight loss, her weight gain and weight loss for over the years. Now, she's been showing off the body yaddy, especially at the Color Purple premiere last week. But I'm happy for her. This is amazing, Mark.
Yes, I wondered, I think as somebody who's been up and down on the weight, I was wondering what's going on now.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything about it, but it's a medication. Okay.
Yeah, she said she didn't say which one. Everybody was just, assuming it was Ozempic. They didn't say which one, but but yeah, she was a little slick with that one. Okay, well, you guys, that's it for the tea for today. Now y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea
and have a little chew of Ozempic also. What it's called? Start to check weather with meteorologist Wyatt Everhart. Oh, Wyatt.
Hey everyone, Wyatt Everhart here. Let's get a check of that forecast, and let's start off on a bright note, shall we? So cold around Maryland. How about somewhere warm with some of the nicest weather in the country? This tweet out of the Keys, and how about a fantastic sunset down that way? Just gorgeous conditions, and boy, the water nice and blue, and what a nice place to do a little vacationing, right? The Florida Keys in the 80s at times this week. Not so much here in Maryland today. We'll be struggling actually to get much past the upper 40s, but we will have the sunshine. So we can rival the Keys with the bright blue skies, right? Fantastic overall dry weather, but again, on the cold side, winds have relented today. So not as windy. We won't have that blustery condition. That's good news. Lots of sunshine, just a few high, thin clouds at times coming in out of the north today, but a mostly sunny scenario for us. And then as we take a wider perspective here across the East Coast, you can see it's fantastic, clear travel weather. If you happen to have a flight toward Florida or anywhere else, you've got great flying weather to start the weekend as well. It's a bright scenario as we warm up just a little bit today, but the milder trend around here does start on Friday afternoon, and we'll stay dry through probably at least Sunday afternoon. In the short run, though, yes, Canadian high pressure keeping us on the cold side, but also on the sunny and dry side, kind of a quiet weather dome there. As we look at the temperature maps, you can see most of the eastern U.S. is in the chill, but this milder air in the country's midsection is going to drift eastward and allow us to go a little milder into Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday. So upper 50s with some sunshine, that's not bad for mid-December around central Maryland. That's exactly what we'll have from Friday into Saturday. Best chance for rain, by the way, coming in late day Sunday with our next storm system, likely meaning showers will linger into Monday as well, and then a little bit colder toward the middle part of next week. Enjoy the mild stuff while we have it.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the American Academy of Pediatrics.
And according to the CDC, those who first start with menthol cigarettes are more likely to continue smoking, with the long-awaited ban on menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars potentially delayed into 2024. Dr. Nia Hurd-Garris is a pediatric and American Academy of Pediatrics spokesperson, and she joins us now to discuss this latest development and what a delay means for children's health. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on to talk about this important issue.
Definitely. So what are the proposals to eliminate menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars?
The proposals are long-awaited rules from the Biden administration to eliminate menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars out of the market, period. It's long, long awaited. And my group, the American Academy of Pediatrics, as well as other health organizations, medical organizations, are in strong support of this. It's long overdue. We got to get this done.
And so what does a potential delay mean for children's health?
So menthol cigarettes and the flavored cigars are designed and marketed to children. I don't know how many people know that. So it's dangerous, and it's a major missed opportunity to protect children and teens. And so the longer it stays on the market means we'll have more children that are addicted and more cancer. And we got to get this done. We got to get these products off the shelf and save the lives of children and teens.
And why do menthol cigarettes and flavored tobacco products help addict kids to tobacco?
Well, first, we know that the tobacco companies have used this specifically to target marginalized communities, so Black communities specifically, but it gives this cool, minty flavor, and it makes it not seem as bad. The tobacco smoke isn't as harsh as it's going down the throat. It cools it and numbs it, so kids are likely to come back. And we know the primary reason that kids experiment with these products is to try the minty flavors.
Wow. And what steps can policymakers and parents take to protect our kids?
So first and foremost, know that they exist and we got to get them off the market. So I would urge them to contact the White House to get them removed. We got to get these proposals through and know that they're there. So try to keep them out of the house and contact their pediatrician if they're in trouble right now with their kids using these products.
And Doc, how have menthol cigarettes particularly impacted Black communities? It's almost a punchline, but it's serious because, you know, it is something that really has been targeted and used by the Black community for so many years.
Absolutely. Menthol specifically, you know, have been targeted to Black communities and disproportionately used by Black communities. So 85% of Black smokers use menthols, and they claim about 45,000 Black lives each year. And so the tobacco industry typically has targeted Black communities with menthol products for decades using very aggressive tactics. I can remember billboards in my neighborhood. I can tell you logos, everything. And my parents didn't smoke just because of the oversaturation in Black communities.
Well, thanks for joining us, for spreading this great information. We really appreciate it. Thanks much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Take care. And 'tis the season of giving, but should kids be expected to give gifts? Coming up, what parenting experts are saying, and we'll see how you feel about it coming up.